Um, Even though there's no student joining, but I will still start my class right now. For today's lecture, I'm going to cover is about the IM. So this about the security, about the rules, and about the role-based access control, and all like the idea about the privilege, about file permission. Before that, because after the class, I will post our first assignment, the second assignment. So it's about the API request. So if you are still remember in the previous lab or the Monday's lab, we have some examples. So okay, if after I set up the MongoDB and then configure the engine server block, so you should able to access your API server from the domain name, the DNS. And how can we test? In the week 4 lab, we did try to using two command to try to access the content and to test if we can reject the data. So right now it's like the assignment, the new assignment is that you need to configure your API server and also the MongoDB, and you should able to provide like some get method and post method to update your server data. For the details, I will post on the assignment. So that's what you need to do. And then we will talk about the today's exercise. Today's exercise will cover a little bit about related to the file permission. So it will be begin right now. So for today's the identity and access management. So it's in cloud computing. So what is the AM concept? We know about how can we implement the policy and the role-based access control. And then also we need to keep in mind what the least privilege principle, and how can we configure it. Okay. So as IAM is a security framework that ensures the right individuals or system have correct access to resources and appropriate time. So that's what we need to do. So under this, we always need to know what's the group, so the account for individuals or the groups need to access, and then the group will be collection of user have a similar access needs. Roles will be permission set that can assign to a user or surface. And then policy will be the document specific permission. So look at it. So we need to know how can it have actual practice with different application like AWS or Azure or Google Cloud. So they all have a different can manage the user group. They have their own policy. Will be right here. And for those, if we look at the I'm public policy, so they will be the JSON-based document. So they will define the permission. And to those like policies type, we have the called managed policies. So we predefined by the cloud provider or inline policies. So we customize policy create apply directly to the user and group. So if you still remember the AWS, we have the inline rules, and then for the users right here, let me show you, refer to the AWS. Okay. Easy to right here. Okay. So all here, we can check the AWS and refer to the when we need to implement the IAM policy. So what's the best practice? Always have to define clear permission. So we need to know, okay, so for those user or under those group, they have what's the highest, or like what can they access? So by defining that, then we'll know, okay, so we won't grant like over permission. And also we have called the regular reviewing. So we call auditing. So checking, okay, do they have a right to check it within that time, or like after they change the position, they quit, then we need to update the policy. Or like we can test the policy using the simulator to test it. So that's how it works. So the role-based access control will be the access are defining the access grant based on the role assigned to the user. So the components always we put the roles and then how to set the permission, and then assign to the roles based on the job function, and then set the permission read, write, execute, or delete. So that's the RBAC is doing. So we can do it. And always bear in mind for the security, we always need to know is users should give a minimum level. So that's we call the least privilege. So always give them the least, the able what they can do. If they need to do other tasks, like for asking for higher permission, then we can review and then change it. So always determine the needs based on the job function, and also define the role with the necessary permission, and assign the role to the user based on it, and always review it. So when we follow the list of privileged permission, always can reduce the reach or the unauthorized access, also limit the damage from the compromised accounts. That's what we try to do. If we give the list access, then we can prevent something. They have an authorized right to do something. Okay. So here's the one of the example for using AWS share. So we can use the AWS Managed Console to do it, or the CLI, that means we connect to it. So we can create the IAM group, user group, and then also define and attach a policy, assign roles, change their access and permissions, then we can test it. So right here, when we, here's the example we are doing, and you can follow. So we can go to the IAM dashboard, go to users, add user, and then define the user policy, attach it, and then even set the group. That's what we need to do. And for the actual policy, you see under policy, we can create a policy. And when we talk about the role, we can create a role and then attach those policy assigned to those groups. Okay. That's mainly because I am using AWS. And after this, then we will move on about the actually the file permission. We will handle more for cloud computing. So if we look at some document, if you look at some example, when we create a folder directory, so you will see pretty common the RWX. So read, so allow to reading a file, write is W. We can modify the file. That means we can change it. Okay, the content. Execute. That means we are running the file if it's really is a script or binary file. Okay. Under we have different permission groups. Owner, that means the user itself owns the file, and then we have the group. We can assign the user belongs to like certain group, different group. It's doing. Hello. I will try to cover the video I'm recording. If you missed the previous part, then you can review the video. But for today's class, hello.
How's it going? Sorry.
Yeah, because I don't have any students joining, so I try to record it and cover the first half of it. It's about using the IAM groups. If you miss it, you can go back to watch the video I'm uploading, and I try to upload all the video to the YouTube
Okay.
channel. You can search it. And but the first part is about the AWS IAM policy. So even you just go through the PowerPoint, I think you can able to follow it. But for today,
Okay.
the second part right now is talking about the file permission.
Okay.
For file permission, it includes the read, write, execute. So we represent with the letter RWX. So they are representing like reading a file, modifying the file, and also we will execute file if it's a script or it's a binary file. Okay. Also, we have the primary permission categories. So we have the owner, that means the user, and then we can assign the user belongs to the group. So the most common one, the one will be like you will see www-data, and others will be global, right? Except what we define. So it will be others. Okay. And when we define the permission, we include like either numeric permission. So we always represent by 3 digits octal number, but they are like the maximum number is like 7. So the first one representing the owner permission, second digit is the group permission, and third is the other. So the example, for the number of read, write, execute, they are already defined. So read always 4, write is 2, and execute is 1. So when you see 755, it represents 4 plus 2 plus 1. So it's 7. So if it is 5, that means 4 plus 1. If you see it's like 6, that means like 4 plus 2 will be read and write. Or like if you see it's 5, again, read and execute. So it will be 5. So when we translate the numeric to symbolic, it will be read, write, execute, read, execute without waiting. So without waiting, we put a hyphen right here. So we do not need it. Okay. For numeric, actually, we have one more advanced, it's called 10 digits. So we'll add one more digit called special permission in the front. So more than owner, group, and others will be one special. So what is this special numeric is including the set UID 4, set group ID 2, and we have the sticky bit 1. When we set the UID, that means we only allow the file within the permission of its owner. So only the owner's permission, we can run it. And this one say one allow file to run within the permissions of its group. So if we set the group ID with a 2 in the front, okay, this file is like, okay, allow permissions under this group. So for sticky bit 1, it ensures that the file can be deleted by the owner only. So right here, if you look at the example, if I set if we see the RWS, because we X is the execute, when we change the S, that means we set the user ID. So it will be RWS. And if the special original one should be read by execute like this, and then group out XT. And if we add the other permission for like sticky bit, so it will be R-T, will be right here. So when we represent it, it's like first one will be 4, 2, 1. So they will be in the front. If you see, look at here, will be, you will see, okay, we set the user ID will be 4, and then set group ID, we didn't add it, so it will be 0. And also we add the sticky bit like that. And this type of issue. And the owner permission will be read, write, execute 7, still it will be the same. And then the group permission is read and execute 5, and sticky bit will be read and execute. So it's the same, it's 5. So you can see right here is the front, but only the differences is the group ID. So we add the 4 in the front. And also for the if for symbolic, you will see one more. Sometimes we will see if it's a directory. So you will see it's read, write, execute, but we also put a D in the front. So D is representing is a directory. So it's a file that we put a hyphen, so it's empty. And we can review by checking using the ls -a -l to check the permission. Like it will show the numeric and symbolic format. And if we add the L behind the L, adding A behind the L would be -LA. So it will show the parent folder with the access permission. And pretty common use is the chmod, and then we give the mode would be right here. So 4755 will be with the set user group, and then aside to the file. Sometimes we add the absolute path. That's how it looks like. Okay, and here's move on. And for the symbolic permission, we always have we use U to represent the user, or we say the owner. G group, O is other, A is for all. So O will be user group and others. And permission like read, write, execute. And also we can add the called the operators to assign the or like file permission. Here's some example. So let's say cmod u plus r. That means the user assign the read permission to the owner. And g minus w. So that means the group, I remove the write permission from the group. And o equals to x. That means the others category, we have the execute permission. So you can put them with a comma to put them together, like U, G, O, and then aside. So the final, if you look at this one, at least the execute will be okay. Maybe original, the file, it doesn't have a read permission, so aside. And for good, it have a permission to write the file. Why not I remove it? So it will be look like this. And when we look at the notation, right here would be read, write, execute, read, execute, and read only. So we be, and when we convert, so this was 7, 5, 4. And pretty common when you refer to the some online document example would be CMO, CON, CHON. This we change the ownership, owner and group, and this one we can change the group, only the group. That's it. And for the Windows system, we need to know Windows, we have a read, write, execute, and full control, and they have called the access control list. So it shows all the details. And we can use the file explorer like get property, right click get property, or iCal command to check it. So here's the example to see. Okay. When we talk about pretty common issue is that we set the incorrect permission, like when the privilege is too low, then most of the problem is the privilege is too low. If you need to execute a file, but you didn't belong to the user group, or you didn't assign the permission. So we always need to check and adjust the permission using the chmod. And when you say, why don't I set the highest privilege, like 777, but then you will cause some like unauthorized access, especially when you open the cloud to public. They can easily get the highest access, then they can create a new file, hack into your cloud server, and remove your file or change it as a zombie desktop like server, then sending DDoS requests to others. So this is what we need to prevent what it actually happens. In this PowerPoint, I include some examples right here. If let's say I will ask you, I have 3 examples. If I need to change the permission, read, write, execute, how can you write this one, like in numeric and symbolic?
You asking me?
Hayden?
Yeah, sorry, were you asking me?
Okay, maybe I
Can you
put
hear
the
me?
volume too low. Bill, I cannot hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I think, yeah. So I just checked. There's only you attending the class right now. So
Yeah,
um,
yeah. But can you hear me?
yes, I can hear
Oh,
you.
okay. Sorry. Yeah, I didn't know. I heard you explain at the beginning that you're recording it, so I didn't know if I needed to stay or just watch the recording. I was
Okay, yeah. Because I saw that there's no others is joining, so I just recorded. So in case you want to join it. Okay. So I quickly like cover the topics and ask you. If somebody, if you, yeah, I think we have one more student joining. Okay, so this one is like just reviewing some policy, but I believe like in more like practical, then you can pick up easier than just like look at some PowerPoint. Just have less of a more like interaction. So I want to say, okay, so based on what you know, if I want to change the permission, let's say for this file, so what's the command we need to use, and then we can do it like numeric. How can we do that? Or also the symbolic.
so would have been the CH mode,
Mm-hmm.
and then
What's the numeric for this one?
se 7 5 7 5, or is it just the first two, second two, and then the last two? So you go by.
Um, the format always like 3 digits, so should be like 7. So this one is say read write execute, right?
Right, 7.
For the 3 digit numeric symbols, then will be we using the first 3 letter, so will be read write execute, add them together. So first read is 4, right? And write is 2, execute is 1.
Right, so it'd be
So they were 7. Okay, you
yeah.
know. But if you see, okay, second one will be read and execute.
Oh, okay, yeah. And so that
So it
would
will
be
be 4 + 1,
5, and then just 4.
4. Yes. So this one is 754 like this. So you can assign 754 to this file. And I covered this one. You may forgot because I jumped pretty quick because I let you
Yeah.
have more
Was
practice.
it the sticky? What'd you call it? The sticky
Yes,
bit?
yeah, sticky bit in behind. And also we have the set user group. You will see the number set user group always like if either you can set to user or group only. So it will be either 4. So if you see the S right here for the first one, then
Yeah.
it will be set user group. So 4 will be in the front, and then the number still is the same because for the bit the permission. So it's 7 4 + 2 + 1. It would be same.
Okay. And if the S is in the middle, would it be a user then?
In the middle is the group.
Okay, so the first
Yeah,
one is user and then group.
yeah. So always the sequence is like user, group, and other.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So this one 4, and then we have sticky bit, so we 1. So if you refer to the because like in the knowledge we do have edit, but in common in practice we barely maybe if you look at some online documents, they barely ask you to set the special permission. Okay, so this one is like you should know, but most of the time it's not common to see it. Okay, and second example right here. So for the students practice, okay. So if you want to change, I let you to see, and you already answered this one. We will execute, and which one, and let's see. Then if I ask you, how can you grant the execute permission to a file for all user on the system? So if I say all, then how can I do it for execute?
For the user part, would you, is it the like what's the S specifically do? So set
Um,
set
yeah. So if let's say I ask you, how can I get a all permission for user? Actually, it's right here. You can see, do you remember the A?
Oh,
O?
yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
and then we have the operator. So with the execute. So maybe you're thinking, okay, maybe I can do it in a new the numeric. So what's the execute? It's one, right?
One, yeah.
Yes, okay. For all that means like maybe for the group, maybe user and other they have a one. But also we can set it for all. That means we don't have to you may ask a question, then how about if I put 111 chmod 111 with a file name? Can I do that in this way? Yes, you can.
All right.
Okay, yeah. So we have different ways to representing. Okay, for the rights, but just letting you know, we have different format to grant the permission or like assign the permission to it. And for Windows full control, but this one you don't have to do that because of Windows. Just letting you know, we can allow the user to change it using the right click permission and then change it, modify. But we are focused on more on the index. And then when we want to change the owner of a file, so what commands we should we use for changing the owner? How can we change the owner? Chown.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it's a CHO. And here's the, we can put the username. If I also want to change the user group, put the semicolon and then put the user group in the phone name. So that's how we did. So if you remember when we set up the server, we will maybe assign using the Ubuntu have a right to access the folder. Also, we will assign www-data. So that one is the user the group category. So allow. So Nginx will belongs to that category, that user group. So we can execute the file like based on the permission we assign. And most of the time we putting like 755 because the owner have a highest right to like read, write, and execute. 5 we have read and execute. So we let the user group just like, okay, read the file and execute it. Then they don't have a right to change it. So here's the safety, because in case some people they try to inject or like try to add some certain file to your directory, because the Nginx through the directory, the website is like passing through the Nginx, but the Nginx doesn't have a right to write a file. Then they cannot like adding other new file to your server. So here's the idea. And for the Windows, we can use the modifier called the access control list, but this one just like extra information. So if I change this one for the read write execute, so we'll be saying revisioning that read write execute, read write execute like this. Okay. And then for the Windows, if we want to restrict it, then how can we do that? We just like remove the all the permissions and then just leave the permission for the owner, then we can do that. That's how can we actually operate. And if I change to 600, that's 600.
Just read and write.
Okay, it's read right, yes. So right here. So when we're doing this, so we have a permission read write, and that's it. So no others can change it. And this one more called the umask. So if you remember the operation included, we have like add a minus and also equals sign. And one is called the umask. Okay, we can deduct it from the default. So let's say we have the default permission is 777. And when I using umask 00022, so it will minus. So 755 like this. Also, we can do it like as a deduction. subtract the original one and then default one to change it. So that's like how we like using different command and also like in different way to change the file permission. And for the users, how can we add the user to specific group? Then we can use the user mode and then append it and set the group and then put the group name, then put your username. It will be like this. Then we can add the user group. And iCal or Grant is an example because we don't really need to look at the Windows. So just get the full permission YK on the file and then set it. Then it's okay. Because for the Windows, it's not really similar to Linux. So Linux or Unix, we are really executing on the command line, then we can modify better. So if let's say if we need to make the read-only file for everyone except the owner on Linux, sometimes if you look at the question like this, then you say, okay, so it's read-only, so it will be 4, right? But I said except the owner.
Can you say that again?
Okay, so in this question, let's say I say read-only, read-only we say would be 4. So if let's say here read-only, if you remember read is number 4, so it's read here, like read-only. And because it's the owner always have a minimum. Sometimes if I didn't mention it, the owner is supposed to have a right for read-write, read and execute. No, read and write, but without the execute. Because sometimes maybe if you see a question or like asking like this, okay, if a file is like read only for everyone, then you know, okay, even though I didn't say anything about the owner, but at least the owner will get the execute, the read and writing permission. Do we catch it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So trying to, because like always like by default we say okay, owner should have a right for read and write. So for this one say except the owner, then all of them have read only. Then I will assign read for the group and others. Okay. ACL this I cover. So the ACL will be the permission list with a file or folder define the action of user group. Okay. Because we are not really cover Windows, so just letting you. So it's right here. And if I want to make it execute, A plus X. And also we need to change the group. It will be like this. Using the ch command to change the group. And then one more, the last thing, if I want to like say it like nobody can access it, then chmod 444. No, for 000. That means we can change it to remove all the files permission like this. And for kind of like practice, if you want to try to do it, then you can try to create a new account using the add user, and then we can change the assign to the group, and then we can open certain file. So when you try to open the user account, so under your home slash, there will be one more like new folder. It will assign to the new user, and then it owns the like read and execute permission, read write execute permission, but sometimes they will limit, you cannot access others folder without the group. Let you do that. And Bill, I pretty quick to cover the IAM concept and also the policy and the SageMail, letting you know. And because you just joined, I would like to talk about the assignment I'm going to post, because I mentioned in the beginning, but letting you know. I would like to know how many of you are able to reconfigure the Nginx and then you upload your API server, modify the API server, like connect to the MongoDB and connect to your MongoDB service and able to get the like API with the adding item, getting item?
I haven't been able to yet.
Okay. Because the coming after this class, I'm going to post the second assignment. So the second assignment, I will put the list. At least you should able to when you want to access. But I try to give you more time to do that, and you should able to when you're using API get items, and you should able to return the content like this. So you will do the same. You need to doing the same. You need to upload the API server the JS file. So show me your route, and also make a screenshot like what's the return value, and then when you post it, what's the new value after you get it data. You feel free to choose like any type because some of the example, one of the example is about movie, or this one just like any random product. So you can just like choose any topic or like content you would like to add for the API server, because I'm not limited you to like you have to do specific things. But at least I will asking you like you should have a get and post method.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So also, well, it's not a good behavior using delete, but I will also ask you. I will post the assignment, give you the guidelines. So what, how many routes do you need to create? So just follow it and then just make a screenshot and upload the source file, the JS file. Okay. So do you have any question about this part?
No, I'm good.
Okay, so if you okay, then I will just let you to do that. And just like as a in-class exercise, actually I'm planning to do that, but depends on if you want to stay in here, then you can do it, then show me. If no, then you feel free to do it later. So I will letting you it's more like as a bonus point. So in the discuss, I will create for you right now is right here discussion. Okay, so what do you need to do? Just like try to create new user. If you after you edit, just need to make a screenshot. So just like slightly it's a task because I thinking to let you to do it and then tell you how to create a new user. Hints is like okay, so add user, right? Maybe you can do it like Ubuntu. You can try to search it and then add the user. Actually, you are really easy to get it, but just like kind of like in class exercise to get a good. But that's why I'm not going to like cover or like tell you how to do it. So let you to study, and then let's see if you can do it or not. And then I will let you know. So you are feel free if you want to, you can do it right now. Or if you have a question about set up the API server, then I will help you to solve it right now. So then I can make sure you can complete your assignment too.
I was for the MongoDB, you have that PowerPoint and uploaded to D2L, correct? On how to do like the instance for it.
Yeah, yes, I
Okay.
do have it. So if you follow the our PowerPoint, I cover right, MongoDB instance. This one's the, let me see, the MongoDB. I suddenly mix up. This one's about the API. Let me see. Big one. For the MongoDB, actually, it's really simple. And what do we need to do? Just like using use. Using the Mongo SH, the shell.
Right. Yeah, because I have it downloaded and everything. It's just the like
Okay.
MongoDB
Yeah, I remember we
SH.
cover. Yeah, I think I always remember our first week is the
Is it in week 4, the 4-2
um.
MongoDB? There's one below that
Okay, let me see. Because
on the
remember for the
tab
tools should be the lecture, but
right there. The
oh yeah, MongoDB. Yeah. Okay, I covered this part right here. Okay, I forgot. Okay, so for the MongoDB, if you are able to follow the steps, Mongo as such is to create the connect to the shell, using the shell to connect to the MongoDB, and use like if you have a database exists, then it will switch to this database. If you don't have it, the MongoDB will help you to create a new one.
okay.
Okay, so just like be careful. Maybe sometimes if you have a typo, then maybe you will create a new database. Just like be careful. And after we create the database, then we need to create, we call a collection. So the same idea as like we have the database, and then under the database, we need to have a table. So the table is same idea, same idea as the collection. So you need to create a collection, give it a name. So under the collection, then you can insert the content. So this one I just give you is one is the name and value. That's it. For the assignment tool, for the practice, you can choose anything you like. Let's say if you like sport, so you can get some like sport teams, or like maybe like this. If you want to do like music, you can put the song. Like you have the song name, artist, like published date. If you take an example like books, or just like put the books, whatever. So just like try to create an API server, we can access from the cloud. Like from here, then I can retrieve it. And most of the time, when you need to post it, then you need to follow the switch right here. We need to using you have a command the C URL to post it. This one is internal. So if I want to do it external, then I can do it like this way. Exit it. Okay. Let me change the path for AWS. It will be API slash, and then I need to refer to my API server. So I change, if I need to add the items, so I use the add items. So I will change it to add items. And let's say here's a item. Today, September 18. Okay, value, I just put it maybe 1546, let's say. Okay. I need to check if my server is executing. Okay, I have one more slash right here. Okay, so you will see the return value. So acknowledge is true, and then the insert ID will be the here. So you can change the return. Last time I told you because they changed the return value of the result. So let's say if I want to change it, so I can use dot user insert ID to check it. So anyways, okay. But suppose when you post it, then you are able to get the return. Will be look like this. Yes. With the return acknowledge is true, and then with the insert ID. When we using get, we can using the browser to see it, or like we can just using the where's the right here, just like current with the item, then we don't have to pass any primary parameters. Then also we can get the value. So let's say I current, this is too long, so let me change it. Get items. Suppose right now you will see I already insert the new items. So if you follow the instruction, then you just like make a screenshot showing me, okay, after you insert it, then you will able to get a new item. So far, can you follow the steps till now?
Yeah, if not, it's you recording it, right?
Okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
if you miss it, then you can review it. Because I have a limitation to upload it to the YouTube. So and also I think I missed the first day or few days. Any of you have a record the video?
No.
No, okay. If miss it, but the first 1 or 2 is a positive, but so far it's okay. So if you search it and then look at it, so that's what I posted right here. I have the list, and I will add the 422. I start to record maybe after 2 or 3 weeks, so I still have not yet uploaded. But after I create the folder, and then because I have a limitation, like uploading the video per day, they have a limit. So I will try to keep on uploading every day, so you are able to see all this. And because some of the courses, I also have an overlap, some certain content. So if you're interested, you are feel free to look at all this. Okay. And
Okay.
okay, yeah, you're feel free to do that. Okay. And here's the discuss. Because I will just let you
Could you put the link to your channel in the chat?
yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, sure. I will post it in the chat. And also I will post it in the our D2L.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. But because I'm still not yet upload all field, so I didn't make that announcement. So but you can feel free to check it. And because I gave you the discussion, so you are feel free to do it, and you can post the screenshot to the discussion. Can you see the discussion?
Let me check.
Okay, yeah. It's just like kind of like bonus point. If you you can do it anytime, and you can feel free to do it, or everything you do not need, then you don't have it. It's not say compulsory to do that, but you can do it. And just like I've let you to have a self-study, I just actually just execute the command at the user and then get the privilege. And as a bonus, try to, okay, I will add one more description right here, edit the topic. So edit EC2. And first, like create a new user. Second, just like extra work, just like assign permission to let me create a new folder. The SRV maybe for CSCI 422. Maybe I call it test or any name you like to. So it's a folder name, and then you can assign the assign permission to the new folder. And then also try to create a text file under new folder. And then assign permission to the text file. Okay, so here's the like extra exercise you can do. Just create a new user, create a new folder, and assign appropriate. So what's the appropriate? Then you can show the screenshot. And how can you show it? You can use the command ls-l to show the permission you create of your new folder, or like the sl-la. If I want to show you, let me connect to the server. And right here, if I'm using LA, you will see. So all the root folder right here included. And also if I'm using the ls-ls. So we have a less file. So you can see the differences. And then you'll see what the user they belongs, what the user and the group, and what the permission right here. Okay, so you just need to, after you create it, and then make a screenshot and upload it to discussion. So it will be kind of like extra bonus for your final grade. Do you have a question about this discussion? But for this one, you don't have a time limit. That just by the end of semester, I will check it. So if
Makes sense.
Yeah, sorry, pardon me.
I was just saying it makes sense. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you are feel free to do that. If you want to get a bonus one, you can do it and then create. So just like I want to have some practice to doing like, you know what's permission and what's the number numeric, then you can try to have some like hands-on experience to create.
Okay. Quick question. You said are you going to be uploading the recordings to your YouTube channel soon?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, I think there might also be a way where you can, like, if you click the zoom function, like right there on the nav bar on D2L, I think you can actually see the previous recordings.
Yeah. Because I know, because
So I think if you can enable it there, we can just access it via D2L.
Okay, yeah, I will do that one. Also you can, yeah, that one is faster because yeah, because I have some students.
Yeah, because I think it'll just like automatically add it, so you don't have to like upload each video.
Okay, sure. Yeah, I can add that one too. And then let me see, Zoom. Let me do that. I will allow it, and then can in the connecting description. Let me see. And also the previous meeting.
Let me see if that did anything on our end.
Cloud recordings. Let me see. Yeah, because I save it to local, so I need to change it to cloud. Okay.
If it's stored on your computer, you could still upload it to that though, I think, right?
Yeah, I can do that too.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, I will upload it to the Zoom, and also like you can access from D2L, because also I know some of students they taking my class like multiple.
Okay, I see.
That's why I say okay, then they can just go to
Sounds good.
They can find like everything. Then they don't have to go to D2L like switching one by one. Okay.
Makes sense.
And of course, yeah, thank you for your advice. Then I can do this way. So I like
no problem.
Okay, yeah. And yeah, kind of just like for today's lecture, I just want to cover the like permission file permission. I believe it's not really difficult, and later you will have some like exercise. I will give you more exercise, and maybe later in the final you will see the one of the question is about the file permission. So it won't be really hard, but you will see the question looks like that. It's like I want to, it's more like it's a statement. So it will be, I will give you the statement and then you need to write the correct numeric and symbolic permission. So that's what you need to do. So let's say you need to, like, how can you make a file with only for everyone except the owner on your system like this? Then you should able to like CMO and then CHMO. Put the, maybe you need to write two of them, so the numeric also the symbolic syntax like this. That's it for it. And for the rest of time, you are feel free. I will stop right here for the lecture. So if you have a question, you can ask me. If no, you feel free to go. Yeah.
Yeah, I sent you a couple of emails. I just wanted to make sure that you got those.
Let me check. Because I didn't see any new emails come, so I wish reply to. Could you like try to maybe do it one more time right now?
Yeah,
And let me check.
let me just confirm. What's your email address for the
It's YA. Also, I will send it in the group chat.
Yauka Chung,
Okay. Yes.
right?
Yes.
Yeah, I believe I sent that to you, I believe.
Because I did happen, it happens to me. I think there's a, even in the card, they tried to send me the email, but later I couldn't find it anymore. So it's so weird. Let me search if I can now. Will I get your name? See if I can get yours. So I want to get your, if I can have your email or something. No?
Yeah, I can do it right now.
Okay, yeah, then I can try to find it. It's weird because you see, try to send the email to me, but I didn't see yours.
Let's see if this goes through.
Yeah, it's better.
All right, I sent it.
Okay, let me see. Let me refresh. Still not yet.
Hmm.
No. Could you also give me your email so I can send you?
Yes.
So make sure it's working. But I still not yet received. I try to.
Did it go maybe to the spam or?
Oh, okay. Let me check. I have this one. Okay. Let me stop the sharing screen first, and I will connect to the my mail account. And junk, no. Let me try to create a new one. Okay. I also just sent you the email, so I wish you can receive it.
Okay, I sent a reply as well to what you just sent.
Okay, perfect. Okay, perfect. Wait, there's nothing comes up.
That's really weird.
Yep.
Like here, for instance, I'll share my screen just for a second.
Okay, yes. Let me allow you to do that. Okay, yeah, you can share it.
So
Okay.
as you can see,
Oh, it's real. Okay, you can receive my.
yeah,
Okay, it comes out. Okay, finally. Okay,
you got it?
Okay, I got
Okay,
it.
awesome.
Good, perfect. Okay, so just in case I didn't receive yours, or I didn't reply. Sometime, yeah, I don't know why the mails it just sync to somewhere, or like it just disappears. So just remind me, because if I didn't reply to your email, and just you can tell me in the class.
Sounds good. Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, yeah. So you can feel free to do these two things, and just check my assignment I post. If you I will be sure I will give you sufficient time, at least like 2 weeks for completing.
Awesome.
So you can
All right.
ask. Okay, perfect.
Thank you.
So, okay, have a good one.
Have a good one, Professor.